What's happening, everybody? So, I'm here to talk to you about some winter running gear that I have found especially helpful for me after spending the last couple years in Germany, freezing cold while I'm running. Let's get into it. First up, I want to talk to you about pants. I have encountered some incredible pants that I absolutely enjoy running in, and other ones that are sweats and weren't really built for running. Let's start with the ones from top to bottom, which I think are least to best. The first ones that I want to point out are these Under Armour pants. They're more like sweats. You can see they've got the bottom part that's like a sweatpant. It's tailored in, and they have some zipper pockets and one zipper pocket on the back. They're good. They are heavy. That means that they're warm. They're really nice, but I would consider these more like loungewear than I would running gear. I have ran in them. They don't give you the best range of movement. And at the end of the day, they work. They're warm, but they're not ideal for running. They're more like warm ups. If you're just going to do a warm up before you get into your heavy workout and you can take them off and put your shorts on or whatnot, these would be great for that. But if you are looking for something to go for a 5 or 10 mile jog in, I don't recommend those. Next up, I got myself a pair of Lululemon. These are like the sweats from Lululemon. They're super stretchy. That's one thing that I absolutely love about them. And they feel very light when you're wearing them. They've also got here, they don't taper down specifically, but they've got a nice cuff that is very stretchy, so it will come in towards your ankle. And everything about these pants are just really well built. I'm very happy with them, and the stretch factor makes it easier to run in. So, again, these aren't specifically running pants, but they do work really well. I mean, they've got some incredible seaming, and the way that they just the fabric they use and the care and attention to detail on these is really nicely done. You can see on the inside here, you have your typical drawstrings in case it's too loose or too tight, but it's also very stretchy here, and I hardly ever use it. That being said, they're still not the ideal running pants. And why that is, I realized when I was comparing them with my favorites that I'm going to show in just a second. And although they feel very light when you're wearing them, they are not actually that light in general. So if I compare these with the Fusion running pants that I got, these are much lighter and they're thicker. It feels like they're heavier, they're warmer. Everything about these is different, and it's kind of counterintuitive because these are thicker, they're warmer, but they're also lighter. So something with the fabric that these ones are using is much different than the Lululemon ones. That being said, both the Lululemon and the Under Armour ones are great for lounging. I do the Lululemon ones. I do yoga all the time in them. I also do yoga in these ones, and that is the last up on the list. We have these by Fusion. I'm not sure if you can see that. There we go. Fusion. And these are standard. You've got your pockets here with the zipper. But like I said, one thing that I really, really enjoy about these is how light they feel. It's just a whole different ballgame when you compare them to the other two. And so I can run in these forever, and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing much more than shorts. Although they are heavier than the shorts. One other thing to note is they taper at the bottom. They don't have the zipper that some of the different running shorts will have. But I don't need that. I don't really mind that. And I am a huge fan of these. Again, the seams and the way that they go about it, you can see here they've got different seams. It's like a double up seam around the knee. so that it can be super flexible and super stretchy. So these are just about all I could ever ask for when it comes to pants and running pants. And I use these probably the most when I go out on a run. They're my first choice. And if they're dirty, I'll go for some of those other ones. Let's get into the underpants now. And this has been a discovery of mine since I first got a pair of shorts by On. And I got those shorts and then I gave them away. So I do not have them anymore. But the best thing about those shorts, and those shorts, I absolutely loved them. I'm going to get another pair for sure. But the first thing that I found out about those shorts was the undergarment that those shorts had was unreal. There were pockets and there were all kinds of different bells and whistles that I was not used to having. And mind you, that I was used to running in just regular shorts, soccer shorts. I didn't really know that there was a whole world beyond that. And then I found those On shorts, which I'll put on the screen right now so you can all see which ones I'm talking about. And those changed how I run and how I think about running gear. Since then, I only buy a specific type of undergarment because I realized that I love to run and listen to podcasts. So the way that I do that is I bring my phone with me. And so now, whenever I buy shorts, they have to have a few different pockets, and I love the pockets that go along the thigh so that if you put your phone in there, it's not rattling around and it is big enough to fit your phone. All right, so let's talk about these shorts. The first ones that I have, and the two shorts that or undergarments really that I'm going to show you, they're very similar. They're very, very similar. First one's by Fusion again, that same brand as last time, and then the next is from Lululemon. And forgive me, these are a little bit wet because I was doing some ice bath in them this morning. But you can see, you can get a good idea of what they are and how they look. They're both everything you can ask for, right? They've got the pocket on the side here where I can put my phone. They've both got another pocket, a smaller one on the other side where you could put other miscellaneous items. I usually use that to hold my headphones. And then you've got a pocket in the back that can hold like keys or anything else that you may have, maybe some spare cash or some spare coins. It's the same on the Fusion as it is on the Lululemon. You can see here, the only difference that you have with the Lululemon one is that it has the zipper pocket on the back for the key or the coins or whatever it is. So I love both of these. To be honest, I'm a super fan. I can't think about running without something like this anymore. The one main difference that I see when it comes to these two, and besides price, I think the Lululemon ones were more expensive, but Lululemon on the end, on the bottom here, you have a little reflector. So that's great for at night. But then on the inside, you also have this little like grip tape type stuff that just makes for a little bit more comfort, I would say. Again, Lululemon taking the time to think every piece of and every detail through. And that's the undergarment. I'm super fan. At the end of the day, I think these are the traditional like lycra, and this is probably some kind of like fancy, fancy schmancy lycra that has this cool texture to it. So how much of that is actually useful? I don't know. At the end of the day, you're running the same. You're doing the same thing. For me, the Lululemon one, maybe there's a little bit more compression involved in this. Maybe it's a little tighter than the Fusion ones, but whatever. They do the trick. All I really care about is can I put my phone in my pocket and then just cruise and listen to my podcast. So that's the undergarments. Last up for this winter gear that I found. And so, by the way, why am I showing the undergarment in the winter gear section? Because I'll wear the undergarment under the the sweats or the running pants that I'm wearing, just as a heads up, so that I don't have to use the pockets in the running pants, because then you have the phone flapping around and you all know how that goes. Last up, for my winter gear that I'm going to give a big thumbs up to, are long sleeve shirts. And I have, again, found a style that I absolutely love and I cannot recommend enough. And that is, there's a few characteristics about the style that I've found. It is that it has the hands that go over the thumbs. So, like so that you can get that whole hand in there. And then also that it's got a hood. And if you have those two things on your warm, long sleeve, athletic shirt, I'm in. I'm totally in. I want to talk about the first one that I got from Brooks. This shirt, this long sleeve shirt, is awesome. I've been loving it. You can see on the inside, they've got that just really warm material, but breathable. It's super warm, super breathable. Really everything I could ask for. You've got the zipper. And why do I like to have the hands and the hood and the zipper? Obviously, I kind of didn't say that, but that goes without saying. It's because when I'm running and I start the run and I'm really cold, I want to have everything on. And throughout the run, it oscillates between maybe I get warm because I'm going up a hill or I'm pushing it a little harder. And so I want to be able to get the least amount of clothes on without having to take off my clothes. And that is where I think the versatility of these kinds of this style of long sleeve is crucial. What you get is you can take off your hood, you can roll your sleeves up a little bit, and then you can also unzip. Or vice versa. If you need it and it's really cold, you can put on the sleeves and put them all the way over the hands, etc., etc. So a few nice things about the Brooks one that I think may or may not be a gimmick, who knows, is you can fold up the hood and then put it on here. It's got like an ability to just roll up the hood and then keep it so it's not flapping around. You've also got a nice little pocket on this Brooks one on the arm. And then the last but not least is this little chafing guard right here on the zipper. That's always nice and shows you they're thinking through these things. They care about your chin not getting chafed when you are fully zipped up. So yeah, it's got the roll up on the hood, it's got the pocket, it's got the chafe guard. And so that's the Brooks one. It also is, the hood is super warm. I'll give it that. My next one though, which is probably my favorite, and actually I enjoy this one more than I enjoy the Brooks one, just because of the fabric that is on the top of this, is it's the Arc'teryx. And it's a long sleeve shirt from Arc'teryx. And it's like a combination between a jacket and a long sleeve almost when you feel this fabric. And I think that's why I like this one more than the Brooks one. Again, both are incredible. Both are great. I really just found my style that I like. But if I could wear one of them and only one of them, it would be this one. The Brooks one, there is a little bit of a flaw, and I think that may be that the arms are too short, or I have longer arms. These arms are very long, and it feels like they're built for that. And you can see they've got the finger thing, and then there's no hood thing. There is the chafing strap. There's no pocket though. That's the one thing about Arc'teryx that I feel like they could put in. It would be amazing if they put in like a big flap pocket that you could potentially put like a rain jacket in, or some kind of other gear like your gloves or your hats that you're wearing. That would be killer, just to make this like already great product even better. So last but not least on this, it's got a cool design on the inside the hood. It doesn't have the warmth all the way throughout the hood. So on the sides, it's just the fabric of this like jacket fabric. And then it's got the warm part that you see here. Uh, so that's cool. I mean, whatever. Again, gimmicks, not gimmicks. I don't know. You decide for yourself. This one here, it's this. It's really, really similar to the Brooks. I think the fabric inside is basically the same thing. Let's bring it over here so you can see it better. It's basically the same thing. All you're looking at that's really different is that the Arc'teryx has this fabric on top that is a little bit less permeable. I think it's better for when it's raining and or snowing. So that's it. That's all we've got for today. There are a few other picks that I want to be throwing out there, but that's what I've found is my best gear for the winter months. And when it is snowing outside like it is doing right now as I speak, these are what I found to be my favorites. So hope you enjoy. Hope that helps you. See y'all later.